All right. Hey, how's it, everybody? It is 5 p.m. West Coast time, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. Looks like we've got a Central Time folk in the house right now. Darlene, good to see you here on the Twitch side. Rick, excellent, coming in, letting us know it is another 1080p broadcast and 1080p production streaming out to you live on two platforms these days. That's right, we've got Twitch as usual, but we also have YouTube, and hopefully, if everything goes right, both the Twitch and the YouTube sides have their chats overlying, and so everyone can see what everyone is talking about. Kenny from the Cove, good to see you here, my friend. Kulika, awesome. Dude, super stoked you're here today, because I went to the library, because as those of you who are here, okay, you know what? Hold on. We'll get into that first. And Darlene, you don't see YouTube up? Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute. But before we deal with all of that, why don't we just get the party started real quick? And then we'll do all the things and stuff. Alrighty then. So it looks like I am seeing Rick coming in on my Twitch talk via YouTube. But let me just go to Twitch. No, let me rephrase that. Let me just go to YouTube and see what's going on for myself. And let's see here. It looks like YouTube is streaming. It looks like YouTube is a little bit behind. And, oh wait, no it doesn't. I think I did something. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think. Here, let me fix that. Oh, now I'm watching. I decided I don't want to watch me on YouTube. I'm going to watch Beau of the Fifth Column. So, yeah, why don't we just wait here while I do that? Or not. Sorry about that. Okay. Woohoo! Yeah, Rick, watch streak. I don't know. I've gotten that notification too. I don't know what that's all about, but it does look like we have got Kenny from the Cove, Kalika, Rick, and Darlene, and me, and you, and everybody, and YouTube and Twitch, and all the things are working. So, now let's get back to things and stuff, shall we? If you were here last night on StatterBox at the Cinema, you would know that we didn't have an idea of what next StatterBox at the Cinema was going to be. But Kulika was like, hey man, how about Man from Snowy River? And I was like, I don't know, dude. I don't have that one. I don't know if I can find it. Well, as it turns out, I don't have it in my possession, but King County Library System sure does. So I put a request to it. It's going to be delivered to my library. It will eventually be in my hands. That being said, we're not going to watch Man from Snowy River next weekend. What we are going to watch instead, you guys, we got it. Yes, that's right. The classic and the cheesy Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, Point Break. That's right. Lori Petty. We've got Gary Busey. We've got, who else? We've got Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Oh my goodness. This is such a cheesy little movie. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And so we're going to be watching this. I can tell you right now, I do not ever want to jump out of an airplane. But if I were to jump out of an airplane, I would have to watch this movie to get myself stoked up, like all the way up into the air while I'm in the air, because this stupid movie actually has brought me to crazy thoughts like, well, maybe it would be cool to jump out of an airplane. No, it would not. Why I would think it would be cool to jump out of an airplane is all because of the videography here. So, next Saturday, we're going to be watching Point Break. But it's very distinct possibility, Kalika, that the Saturday after that will be a Man from Snowy River night. And so, I was very glad that you showed up today so I could let you know, because I was very excited when I was able to put that hold on the DVD. So, Kenny from the Cove, remember what happened to Johnny at Utah's ankle? Yeah, exactly. And I've already got a bum ankle, so I don't know if I want to go jumping out the airplane. That being said, I don't plan on robbing a bank, chasing bank robbers, or getting shot before I jump out of an airplane, so I could probably still screw up my ankle when I landed. Yeah, that's the plan. So, now I will, warn you guys, this is a movie, obviously, that, was rated R back in the day, and it's still rated R today. There are definitely swear words. I think there's even, oh no! I'm gonna have to go through for nudity, aren't I? Because I think there's a smidge of nudity. Gall dung it. All right, well, I might have to bring out the bars, the little censorship bars. And there are some bad words. And there is a little bit of violence because, they're bank robbers and stuff. But aside from all of those things, which we normally don't feature here on StatterBox at the cinema, we're going to be watching this movie anyway. So, yeah, exactly, Darlene. I don't want to be jumping out of an airplane, screwing up my ankle, and I don't want to be showing nakedity. Nakedity on the streams is not okay, as we've learned the hard way with one bare bum. One bare bum can get you banned. That's right. Yeah. Oh, God dang it. And boom. Now we've got some music going on. And yeah, exactly, Darlene. Swear words, oh my. Nakedness, oh my. I've never heard swear words or seen it. Clutching the pearls, exactly. Well, I mean, y'all heard what happened in Texas with that statue, that pornographic statue that nobody's ever seen. So yeah, everyone's clutching their pearls these days. Everyone's clutching their pearls. And hey there, Poppy Shaney, good to see you. We are going to be watching Point Break next weekend at StatterBox at the cinema, and hopefully you don't get the same urge that I get when I watch the movie. When I watch Point Break, I get the urge to jump out of an airplane. Poppy Shaney, you should never jump out of your airplane. That would be a problem. I hope you don't have the same inspiration, and if you do, don't watch Point Break while you're flying your own plane. There you have it. All right, so let's see here, you guys. Not a whole lot to talk about today. Only a couple random things that. Well, okay. Here, check this out, you guys. Did you know? I just found this out. Did you guys know that shrimp scampi is actually okay, let's see here. Shrimp scampi is sort of like Kenny from the Cove, if the plane's working, why jump out? Yeah, exactly. And let's see here, Poppy Shaney, or clutching their turtleneck around their neck. Right, yeah, exactly. And you've never wanted to skydive, why jump out of a perfectly good airplane? Precisely, Poppy Shaney, you got it. And Darlene, yeah, I mean, it's apparently, like, even when that statue was unveiled, as it were, like in the 1500s or whatever, it was considered, such a grand work of art, because it was intended, apparently, to just be, like, in this nook and cranny of an, hidden corner of some, church, basilica, cathedral, whatever. But when the statue was unveiled, whoever commissioned the statue to be made was like, oh no, this is good enough, it's getting center stage. And like the people who back in the day thought that it was offensive were considered backwards and backward thinking back in the 1500s. So can you imagine, like, 500 years later, you're still backwards thinking for 500 years ago? All right then. That's taking conservative just a little too far. Let's stay in the dark ages, shall we? But let's see here. Kenny from the Cove, exactly. There's no beverage service when you're falling from the sky. You're not doing it. There you go. Exactly. Perfectly said. And Rick, yeah, exactly. My, how times have changed. Exactly. And Kulika, exactly. Don't jump out of a perfectly good airplane. It's Lolo. I know. And I am so not arguing with you. However, there's a part of my brain that apparently does want to argue. Not right now. But the moment I start watching the skydiving scenes from this movie, suddenly that part of my brain gets activated and it's just like, oh, but maybe it would be neat. It's just like, heck no, it would not be neat. Oh, but are you sure? Are you sure it wouldn't be neat? And yeah, it's a little bit disturbing. I didn't think I had it in me, but apparently I do. Andre, good to see you. And you know what, though? You bring up a very good point. I would rather skydive than hang glide as well. I don't know what makes one difference than the other. Jumping off the side of a mountain versus jumping out of an airplane. I don't know why one sounds more better than the other. But yeah, if I had a choice, I would choose skydiving over hang gliding as well. I have no logic behind this choice, none whatsoever, but I am totally with the same, going along. I pick what I'll have what he's having. And and Rick, dinner's over. Now you can watch the show and watch it. Oh no, it snowed again? Oh no, I am so sorry, you guys. I guess Darlene, I don't think you're going to get to enjoy your spring flowers before you get to go to the islands. I mean, for those of you who don't know, Rick and Darlene are heading to Oahu in Hawaii in part of May and part of April. Okay, not in that order. And so Darlene is a little bit worried about seeing her spring blooms up in her home. And I think with as much snow as she's been getting recently, she has very good reason to be concerned about that. And yes, Rick, thank you so much. If you are on the YouTube side, feel free to smash that like button. And Kenny from the Cove, diving and hanging, they both sound like sketchy activities to me. Absolutely they are. Although I remember as a kid, living on the windward side of Oahu, coming into town, that was one of my favorite things to watch, was the hang gliders jumping off the mountains, because there was a lot of hang gliding that took place around there. But I can truly say that as a kid, I never was like, one day I want to do that. That never crossed my mind. Not at all. And Kulika, your oldest daughter, went and loved it. Everyone I know who's done it, both hang gliding and skydiving, although I admit everybody I know who's done one has done the other, now that I think about it, they love it too. So, she's the special kind of crazy, just like my friends are special kind of crazy, and I'm glad that they love to do what it is they chose to do. But I won't be I won't be ahead of them in line or behind of them in line. They'll never have to fight with me for a spot on the plane, ever. Ever. And Darlene, bungee jumping too. A big no to that. I will tell you what, I actually went to one of the first places that there was commercial bungee jumping up in Nanaimo, BC. It's off of a railroad trestle that's above a river. And hey, Pussycat, super good to see you. And Kenny from the Cove, at least in the airplane, you're a tad less at the mercy of the wind and gravity if everything is going well. Yeah, I feel like you'd have a little bit more control, but I know not of what I speak, So, let's see here. Oh, Rick, you passed on taking a soaring flight last time you were on Oahu. Might have to look that one up again. I will not be getting in line ahead of you. You will not have to fight me for a spot. No. Although, I don't really know if they have a soaring plane that's big enough for someone like me. But as I was saying to Darlene, went to Nanaimo, BC, the Train Trestle, one of the original commercial bungee jumping places in the world. I did this back in high school, so it would have been in the late 80s, early 90s. Like, that's a long time ago, bungee jumping. So, the Train Trestle, super high in the air above the river. And when you're down on the ground watching these people jump off of the bridge, down into, almost into the river, it looks like it takes them 85 hours to get from the top to the bottom. And watching it from the bottom is so frightening. I mean, it seems like it takes them forever to get to the bottom. And there was no way in the flying fork I was ever gonna do that, right? So anyway, so then I decided, okay, well, I'm gonna go watch from the trestle, from above. And so, you climb up the trestle and you're on there, and you're watching the people. And I gotta tell you, if you're ever gonna go bungee jumping, you guys, for real, you need to go to Nanaimo. It's expensive as nothing, it's expensive. But it really is worth it. It's not like you're jumping off of a crane into the middle of some fairgrounds. In Nanaimo, you're in the middle of the woods. You're in the middle of the woods, jumping off a train trestle into the river. Worst case scenario is your head or something gets dunked in the river. But then they come out in a boat and get you in the little raft and then row you back to the shore. And it is a very incredible experience. And it's flirpin' beautiful, right? Oh, hey, Terry, good to see you. Photo Luke, welcome in. Terry in Scotland, welcome in. And let's see here. Pussycat was here already, so I'm not sure if he's coming in with the raid. But super sweet, you guys. Awesome. Gina, aloha, coming in with the raid. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And so anyway, though, here's the deal, man. I'm watching from up above, and from up above, it is not nearly as scary as watching from down below. It doesn't seem like it takes nearly as long, and after a while, call it the Point Break curse, after a while, even though this happened before, anyway, after a while, I was just like, I think I kind of want to do that. And so, luckily, my parents were like, okay, we're done, we're leaving now, we're tired of watching, right when I was like, maybe I want to do that. So I didn't ever do it. But yeah, bungee jumping, as much as I would normally, yeah, it's like, I don't want to bungee jump. Well, you know what? Apparently, as it turns out, when I watch it long enough, in the right circumstances, I guess I do want to bungee jump. Or at least I did, yeah. So, all right, awesome. Terry in Scotland, I'm so glad you're here. And Andre, the zip line also scares me more than thought. Yeah, zip lining, nope. Yeah, I'm not about the zip lining at all. And here's the thing with the zip lining. I would be afraid, this is exactly what would happen, right? So, I'm a big person, and the way physics works, bigger people are gonna go faster, right? But I don't want to go fast, so I'd probably be hitting the brake so much that I'd be hitting the brake so much because I'd be afraid that I'd be going so fast that I would overshoot the ending, the landing spot, and so I'd hit the brake so much that I would never probably get to the landing spot, and then I'd be stuck in the middle. And, yeah, that's what I'd be afraid of, basically. So, And let's see here. All right, so let's see. We've got Gina from the raid, and we've got Terry from the raid, and we've got everybody from the raid. But I did not see. Poppy Shaney was telling Andre when our airplanes were military airplanes, they had ejection seats. We elected to have them removed for many reasons. Better, more comfortable seats. We are not getting shot down. We significantly reduced the overall weight of the isolines. I don't know what that means, but so better single engine performance are the main reasons. Yeah, and I just, I don't know. I mean, what Now, Poppy Shady, I'm sure the chances of it are slim to none, but like, would there ever be a chance of an ejection seat accidentally, like, going off? You know? Because that would be another reason why I wouldn't want one. Like, no, we don't need to. No, we don't need to. We don't need to. So wait, what's Kenny saying here? Okay, hold on. Point Break at least doesn't give me the urge to put on a Nixon mask and serve continent-killing storm waves. Oh, that is true, and several reasons for that. First off, those masks are horrifying to wear. And two, I know what it's like to be tossed around in the surf on a surfboard. I have no illusions over, or rather, delusions over the type of energy, physique, strength, endurance, all words that I don't have, how much of that you need in order to surf. And so anybody, I remember Photo Luke, you might not remember this because you have so many streams, but I remember you were showing some surfing on your stream, as you're wont to do, and you were showing the waves, the little waves at Ala Moana, the perfect beginner waves, or even not beginner waves, just the chill, easy waves. And there was one of your viewers he was just like, those waves are, why are they wasting their time on those waves? Those waves are so lame, blah, blah, blah. What wimps, I don't think wimps is the word he used, but what wimps that they aren't, out on the big waves. And I think this person was like from a landlocked European country, if I remember correctly. And all I could think of was, dude, dude, you clearly have no flippin' idea. Like, all I wanted to say to him, and I didn't say it obviously, but I just wanted to say to him was like, tell me that you've never been surfing without telling me you've never been surfing. Because that's what you just did, my friend. Like, you clearly don't know what you're talking about, like, on so many levels. So, yeah. Oh, all right. So, let's see here. Andre, it's not so dangerous if the whole ejection sheet goes off because it will deploy a parachute even if the plane's on the ground. The bad news is that if the explosive that can break the canopy glass before the seat goes through. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I didn't even think about the order in which the operations need to happen in order for you not to get shredded by, the glass canopy. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. It's so weird, Rick. Sometimes those bots get very confused about what is or isn't an okay word. But all right then. All right. All right. So, there you go. You meant Okole. There you have it. And Kenny, actually, no, we did not all see how Goose died in Top Gun because, some of us haven't seen Top Gun. Not the first one, nor the second. And I have no intention. So you guys can request Top Gun all you want for StatterBox of the cinema. I'm going to tell you right now, you're never going to get it. No, you're never going to get it. Thanks, On Vogue. Yeah, you're never going to get it. Not at StatterBox of the cinema. But we will be getting Point Break. And let's see here. We will also be getting Man from Snowy River. And we're also going to be getting today random information that you don't need to know, which is what I was just starting to tell you before we got distracted about ejection seats. I think that's what distracted me. I don't know. I get distracted. Anyway, You guys, have you heard of shrimp scampi? I'm sure you've heard of shrimp scampi, right? You know what shrimp scampi is, or you think you know what shrimp scampi is. I bet you think you know what shrimp scampi is. But I'll bet you maybe don't know what shrimp scampi is, because shrimp scampi actually isn't what you should be calling it. It's scampi. Shrimp scampi is sort of like saying, Kenny from the Cove, shrimp scampi's your favorite scampi. Well, here's the deal, you guys. Scampi isn't a way to cook the shrimp the way we all think, right? Because I mean, I'm sure all of us are like, scampi, you know, with the butter and with the garlic, with the shrimp. It's shrimp scampi. No, dude, no, it's not. In fact, shrimp isn't even a part of scampi at all. Want to know why? Want to know why it's not part of scampi at all? Because scampi is the actual meat. Scampi is a version of langostino lobster that's found in the Mediterranean. And that's the seafood crustacean that is traditionally used for that preparation of butter and olive oil and garlic. They don't use shrimp. In fact, what you're kind of saying, Andre, he thought that's what shrimp did when they walked. That's cute. But basically what you're saying when you're saying shrimp scampi, you're kind of saying the equivalent of shrimp lobster. I'm going to eat shrimp lobster. And it's like, well, that doesn't make any sense. It's either a shrimp or it's a lobster. Well, scampi is actually more closely related to a lobster than it is a shrimp. It's not a shrimp. It's a langostino lobster who's prepared with garlic and butter. But in the States, we don't do it that way. So we use shrimp with the scampi sauce style preparation. Are you guys following? I feel like I understood it when I read it, but now that I'm explaining it to you guys, I feel like I am not even making sense. Okay, Terry, so Terry is coming in. All right, I think Terry is picking up what I'm laying down, because he's coming in. We only get scampi over here in Scotland, by the way, if you're wondering where here is for Terry. Terry is in Scotland, just so you know. So yeah, and that makes sense, actually, Terry, because they're only found in the Mediterranean, and Scotland is a fork of a lot closer to the Mediterranean than the United States of America is. So yeah, it makes sense that you would get the scampis instead of shrimp, and then shrimp is actually prawns, and prawns, while prawns are related to shrimp, they just big as. And so there you go, Rick, they're from a real small lobster, shrimp kind. Yes, and so okay. All right, even though I felt like I was making no sense in the world, it sounds like I was vaguely getting the little piece of trivia to you. So, yeah, Photo Luke, now this is a piece of information that you will do nothing with. This is a piece of information that doesn't matter. This is a piece of information that one day when you're going to pull out that trivia, someone's going to be like, how do you know that? And you're just going to be like, I don't know. Because that's the kind of information we share here at Chatter with Statter. If it doesn't matter, we know about it. And so, shrimp scampi, we're all over that random topic that has no consequences or benefit to knowing. And let's see here, Pussycat, you have rock shrimp over in Florida, and the meat is like lobster. Yum, yum. And let's see here, Kenny, that is cute. You got a white sport coat and a pink crustacean. You're all dressed up for the buffet. Yeah, exactly, darling. You get it now. So everyone was misled. Everyone was misled. I always thought it was the sauce that was the scampi, but yeah, no, it's apparently not. And so, and then let's see here, Rick, no freshwater lobster here. You only get tiny crayfish. Well, now, Do you guys eat your crayfish? Because I'll tell you what, we've got crayfish in the streams here in Washington. I don't know many people who harvest them, but whenever I've eaten crayfish, and granted the crayfish that I've eaten might have come from the South, oh my God, you guys, why do people bother with shrimp? I love shrimp. I thought shrimp was the best thing in the world. And then I had crawfish. Oh my God, why do we bother with shrimp? Crawfish is so tasty. And let's see here. Misleading about food in the USA? Get out. I know, right? That's right, Terry. Like, for sure. I'm going to tell them all. If you refer to shrimp scampi as shrimp scampi, it's just going to gag me with a spoon. That is it. And let's see here. Wait. Rick. Yeah, exactly. Eating the crawfish from your waters. Oh, heck no. Heck no. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, you guys. So, we're going to rewind a little bit. Now that we're talking about food. There we go. Gag me with a shrimp, not a scampi. That's it. That's it. And, let's see here. Oh, okay, Poppy Shaney. Yes. Everyone will have, hopefully everyone will have a safe and wonderful week. And, go hang out with your son and daughter-in-law, hang out, have dinner, and if you get to throw in maybe a little left, right, center dice game, I hope you win the pot. Yeah, I hope you win the pot. And, Kenny, you've eaten locally sourced crawfish. Meh. Okay. You know, perhaps it was just, the newness of it all for me, because we don't eat a lot of crawfish in the Pacific Northwest. We just don't. And I haven't had it a lot since, so, you know, maybe I'd get bored with it, but the texture's different. I don't know. I really liked it. Andre, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Charles K. That is super sweet of you. All right, so getting back to the situation, if you were here last Wednesday, we were talking about games, left, right, center, dice game, blank slate, dice game, and those games were played at a board game brunch that I went to, and I said I really wish that I had taken pictures of the spread. Well, as it turns out, I did take pictures of the spread, and so now I need to find the pictures of the spread. Here we go. So, you guys, this is the spread. Now, this is her taking it easy. The mutual friend of ours that invited me to this event, when we walked into the food room, which, by the way, this actually isn't all the food. There was more salads and a couple other plates that eventually got taken out or put out. But yeah, we walked into the food room and I was like, oh my God. And he laughed. He's like, this is just her taking it easy. This is her half-assing it. So yeah, and that crock pot, okay, here we go. We got the four quiches, we've got the beginning part of it with the plates and the silverware, the four quiches, the baked oatmeals, the lox. Eventually there was another marinated vegetable salad and capers and onions for the lox. That crock pot looking thing is full of bacon. And then the little shrimp puffs in front of the crock pot are shrimp puffs. And yeah, so that was just the food. And then I did not take a picture of the bar setup, the Bloody Mary bar and other bar setup that was in the garage. But this was just the food, and this was her half-assing it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just half-assing it. And Rick, no, actually it looked, okay, Rick, it definitely looked, eaten, by the time it was over. But no, it was still, there was no shrimp puffs left. There was about half the bagels left. About half the quiches left. Basically, half the food got eaten. The other half eventually got taken home. I ate off of my own leftovers for 4 days after, I don't know where it just went. Let's see here. Okay, so I don't know who said it, and oh, here we go. Kulika, not to be disrespectful, but I'd love to see the full ass. Exactly. I mean, I'm still, you guys, I was in awe and I saw it there in person, and looking at these pictures, I'm still gobsmacked. Andre, I'm the one who piled up the brownies. The brownies were mine. The one thing, because I wasn't going to go to this, I was told not to bring anything. And in retrospect, I can see why I didn't really need to bring anything. But I brought a plate of brownies. And so I actually stacked the brownies. I had the little pathetic tray of brownies. That being said, she was very stoked that I brought the brownies because she didn't have a whole lot of, she didn't think she had enough sweet foods. And granted, she did have a couple muffins that were, you know, blueberry muffin, chocolate muffin, or whatever, so they were a little bit sweet, but she didn't have a lot of sweet foods. And so the brownies, oddly enough, I think were a useful addition. But yeah, and then, let's see here. Okay, so, let's see here. I've missed so much because I was just gobsmacked by the food and I wanted to share it with you guys. And, and Pussycat, okay, grapefruit juice is one of your favorites to play. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about a song, not grapefruit juice, because she had grapefruit juice at the bar. And let's see here. Terry in Scotland, your friends growing up in Iowa Park used to catch bucketfuls of crayfish beneath the Magnolia Street Bridge with pieces of bacon on a string, no hooks needed. Yeah, actually, that's how, when I was a teenager, one of my best friends, her parents owned a piece of property out on the Duckabush River on the Olympic Peninsula, so we would go camping out on the Duckabush and go swimming in the Duckabush all summer long, and that we would catch crayfish by just, using an apple core in the you know, between the rocks, and you know, we would get them there, but there wasn't that many, you know, you'd only catch like 3 or 4, so it's not like you're gonna eat 3 or 4 crayfish. But yeah, we would actually just use an apple core. And let's see here. So let's see. And Andre, I'm a very neat brownie stacker. Yes, well, actually, okay. Actually, I knew that she was a little extra, so I knew that I had to at least be conscientious of my presentation. So I made the stack of the pan of brownies, and then I of course baked with parchment paper. So I took the brownies out of the pan after they were cooled with the parchment paper underneath them. And then I took my pizza cutter and I cut off all of the edges. And then I went and like cut all of used my pizza cutter to cut the brownies in these very precise, perfect little squares. Like I spent more time and energy cutting and stacking those brownies than I did preparing my taxes this year. And I wish I could say that was a joke, but I don't think it is, actually. I don't think it's a joke. So, let's see here. What else do we have today? Oh, I know. Yeah, exactly. Brownie Gami. Exactly. Rick, what happened to all the edges? Rick, the edges are the best part. I kept them for me. And yeah, I know it was a controversial move, but it was done in the sake of uniformity. It wasn't done at all in the name of making sure I got the best part. No. All for the sake of uniformity. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's see here. Exactly, Kalika. The edges and ice cream. That is exactly it. Although, actually, I didn't have any ice cream, so it's just edges for me, but that's okay. That is okay. Yeah. But, you know, Rick, I was gonna... Rick, you got the secret out of me. I know exactly the sacrifices I make. It's exactly it, Gina. Oh, the poor girl, the sacrifices she makes. Keeping the best part. There you have it, Rabbit. But you know, I can't help it. They had to look neat, right? Yeah. But speaking of looking neat, right? You guys, I don't know if you know this or not. I just found this out, and it's apparently been up for a while, right? But have you guys ever been to Lono's website? Well, if you have, but you haven't been to it in the last couple weeks, then no, you have not been to Lono's website, because Lono has a new website. It looks a little bit like this. That's the front page. It's gotten a bit of a makeover. And so now you can actually order CDs and get the downloads immediately. So here is what the CD page looks like. Now, when I say CDs, I actually mean CDs, the compact discs. There are only 6 Lono CDs left for purchase. These are the 6 Lono CDs that are left for purchase. Lono Old Style, Lono Old Style 2, Lono Old Style 5 Passage to Pono, 6, Lono 6 E Aloha E, Lono 7, or is it 8? I can't remember. It's hard to see. And then Maui Looks Beautiful from Molokai, which is not part of the Old Style series. Every other album that he's got is available for digital download. And the digital downloads, you no longer have to wait for him to email them to you. They automatically send you a link to download the song. When you go to Lono's website to purchase to purchase an album, it gives you a choice. If it is available as a CD, you have to choose CD or download. If it's only available as a download, you obviously get no choice. It's just the instant download. But back in the old website day, you used to have to specify, like you'd have to write a note. It was an older website design from probably a decade ago that hadn't really been updated or maintained too much. But now that Lono's got this 5-project album with Evie that's coming out, he's getting things back up to speed, and his web people are all, making, giving a little spit polish to the website, bringing things up to date, etc., etc. So as always, it's been a secure website, still is a secure website. You don't have to worry about purchasing anything off of it, but one of the main differences, which is to me the best difference, is Lono no longer has to email you the album that you're downloading. Like, it's pretty much, maybe not an instant thing, but it's way quicker, and it's automated. No one has to do it. The robots take care of it. We have the technology for this, and he's using the technology for this. And so, I want you all, if you're interested, to go check out Lono's new website. It's got a new design, and the ordering process for the CDs, to me, and I'm using the word CDs as a catch-all term for including the digital downloads. It's a lot more streamlined, it's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier, it's a lot more intuitive. Before, it was just like, wait, what am I ordering? What am I ordering? I don't understand. Now it is now it is fine. And yes, exactly, Photo Luke. I was thinking that the moment Lono told me that it was immediate, I was like, oh good, Photo Luke won't have, like, Photo Luke is right again. And so, yes. Yeah, just change the screenshot of the webpage for sure. Exactly, because it does look a little bit different. As you can see, it looks a little bit different. But yeah, your shout out came true, Photo Luke. You manifested the reality that has come to be. So, yeah, so there we have it. I just wanted to shout that out and let you guys know, because apparently that website has been up for about a week or so now, and I had no idea. And it wasn't until Lono was just like, well, have you seen it yet? Have you seen it yet? And I was like, what are you talking about? And so he was like, my website. And I was like, no, why would I go there? And so, well, there's a reason why I'd go there. So, so now I want you guys to go there. And let's see here, Andre, talking about robots here in San Francisco. We had like 5 robot cars stuck because they couldn't see the caution tape, and they got stopped by a down Muni streetcar overhead line that the wind had taken down. Oh, robots. Oh, robots. Oh, robots. You know, I mean, I can't blame the developer for not having thought of that circumstance, right? And obviously they're going to learn from that circumstance. But yeah. Oh, robots. You're still not quite sharp enough for the real world yet. Exactly, Rick. AI, that ain't. Exactly. That is precisely it. Now, here's something else I want to show with the show. Yeah, that's it. There you go. Here's something else I wanted to share with you guys. Coca-Cola Tea was out today, and all of these pictures are literally fresh off the presses, so to speak. All of these pictures have been taken, I would say at this point, all of these pictures were taken within the last 2 hours. When I got these pictures sent to me, they had been taken in the last like 15 minutes. But you know, time goes on. And so, I will warn you right now, you will see no robot cars in these pictures. And if there were robot cars in these pictures, it would almost be kind of cool, because these pictures are from some of the oldest buildings in downtown Honolulu. I don't know what buildings these are. If you do know what buildings these are, then by all means, let us know. You can see in the pictures, though, the established dates, and some of these buildings have been around since the 1890s. Most of them, it seems, though, it's the early 1900s. So these, okay, so I don't know if that's an old building. That's just a building that Coca-Cola Tea shared with us. Now, Seafood Palace, no idea how old it is, but apparently it's classic. And then, yeah, this is all downtown. And then I don't know what these buildings are, right? That's okay. So that was downtown. This is Chinatown. All right. So Photo Luke is going to be our tour guide here. I'm so glad you're here, Photo Luke. I don't know what corner street that is, but it's beautiful. This one, I think if we zoomed in, it would have a date on the roof that would let us know. And I love this red one, right? I love that red double story. Yeah, exactly. Look at the Brickwood Irish pub, says Photo Luke. And then this is just an old storefront, the, you know, classic. And in downtown, apparently. Awesome. And then this is sort of this is awesome, but it's also kind of scary. It's just like, did that used to be the jail or the courthouse or something? And then this one is just, it looks like it takes up practically the whole flipping block. And I think this was built in like 1904 or something. And I think this is like 18 something. And then, gorgeous looking building there. No clue what, where, how, why, or what. And, yeah, and there we go. Back to the beginning, as it were. But we're probably gonna, we're gonna take another look at some of these there pictures, because they're really nice buildings. And I don't know if Golden Palace Seafood Restaurant is as grandiose as their building makes them look, but I want to go eat there next time I go there, because I love the look of that flippin' building. And I know it's a really dumb reason to go to a seafood restaurant. It's like, is their seafood good? I don't know. Is their seafood fresh? I don't know. Is their seafood affordable? I don't know. Well, then why are you going there? Because I like the building. Yeah, it's probably a dumb reason, but hey, what do you know? Still gonna do it. Andre, thank you so much for the 300 biddies. And Pacola T is the photographer on all these things and stuff. And so I wish I could take credit for it, but as you guys might know, I'm not in Hawaii right now, and so I'm not the one who took these pictures. But these are pictures fresh off the presses. And like I said, if there were robot cars in these pictures, it would almost kind of be cool, but I'm glad that they're not robot cars in these pictures. And Andre, I'm not at all surprised that there's a California style, mission style building here. All right, we got two rounds of pictures there. I'm not at all surprised that there's a California mission style, what with the Catholic Church, getting around. Getting around. So, yeah. So that is, I don't know why Pacola T decided to go on an architecture clipping, picture taking tour of the day. Now, Pacola T is not here with us at the moment because she is at a play. But she sent me all these pictures right before she went into the play. And she did give me permission to share them. So, but I still want to give credit where credit is due. And Pacola T is the one who basically shared with us this wonderful, wonderful gift. Yes, exactly. Pacola T, woman of class and adventure. Exactly. Now, I would like to share with you guys a little driving video that I took when I was on the when I was in Hawaii. Now, that's going on almost a year ago. I don't like to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. Shut up. We're not going to do that math. Stop. But I enjoy these driving videos because it reminds me of the time that I was there. And this video is of H3 going over to Kaneohe, and I figure everybody loves H3, so, we might want to go there. But before we go to Hawaii, Kenny's talking about not arguing with my logic. You bought your truck for 2 reasons. It's blue, it's a Chevy. Didn't research anything else before you signed the bottom line. Exactly. Sometimes you just got to take the leap. And so, we're going to leap right into this driving video with Lono Music, of course, going through the H3 tunnel and coming out on the other side, Kaneohe side, and then I think it goes all the way to, I don't know. Let's find out where it goes. Let's see. Here we go. Holo Holo time.
No ke no miute kua ka ua tuahine Oe no ke no miute kua ka ua tuahine Ila ho ia ike ka ui o ka pua miulana Ila ho ia ike Hopuna ke alona ke ne tuupoli. Haina mai ka puana aku ipo ka ua tuaile. Haina mai ka puana aku ipo ka ua tuaile. Let's go, still break.
All right. Uh-oh. Oops. Didn't mean to. Didn't mean to go to the food. Meant to go to my face. So, yeah. I love Kaneohe too, Photo Luke. And honestly, if I ever did end up moving back to the islands, that would ideally be where I would be looking. Now, realistically, I'd probably end up over Nanakuli West Side Way because it's a little bit cheaper. It's a bit cheaper than Kaneohe, but in my dreams, if I could afford it, because I can't even afford to, I'm afraid of expensive dreams. I don't even want to dream expensive dreams. But if I could, I would live Kaneohe side without a doubt. And good to know that C Honda, it sounds like your kitty has a good clean bill of health. That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And let's see here. What else were we talking about? And thank you so much, Darlene. I really enjoy the driving footage, and I know what I was going to say. Rick, Indeed, that was broadcast quality. You know why it was? Because I'm a broad and I streamcasted it, so it's broadcast quality, right? Right. And, you know, we said it before and we're going to keep saying it again. We really need to do something with this broadcast quality idea. Somebody needs to come up with a graphic, because really, broadcast quality, we need to run with this idea. We do. Okay? Let's see here. Kenny from the Cove. When I'm in front of my camera, what part of my house am I in? Yeah, I'm going somewhere with this. I am almost quite literally, I'm actually in the middle of my house. But basically, technically, I guess I'm in the living room. And then right behind me would be, well, when I bought the house, the way the lamp was designed, I think behind me was supposed to be the dining room. And then over there is the kitchen. Well, I didn't like the dining room idea at all. I didn't need one. I didn't want one. So I changed the lamp, the hanging chandelier lamp that was in everyone's way. I got rid of that and then moved my refrigerator over to the other wall because it used to. Anyway, so behind me is my kitchen, and a sliding glass door. In front of me is, I guess, my living room. I live in a 500 square foot house, so like basically, unless you're in the bedroom or the bathroom, you're kind of in the living room. So I'm kind of, I mean, I'm, if I were 5 feet to my right, I would literally be in the center of my house. So, but I guess we'll say living room. I'm in my home. I can see literally everything from where I'm at in my house right now. Yes, there we go. Broadcasting from Living Room Studios in beautiful Burien. That is funny because back in the day, didn't the games, the game shows, didn't they oftentimes broadcast from beautiful downtown Burbank, California? So yes, beautiful downtown Burien, Washington. There we go. Yeah, it's sort of an open concept. Well, it's actually, I think it was built before open concept was a thing, but it is as close to open concept as you're gonna get. And let's see here. Mad Statter, what do the rabbit ear hand gestures signify? Are there bunnies in my living room? I don't know what I did. What did I don't. Okay, no, there are no bunnies in my living room. I don't know what I did to do the rabbit ear gestures. I guess, was I saying dining room, maybe? That little air quotes? Yeah, air quotes. Because it's not really a dining room. Like, I don't know what they were thinking by having the chandelier in the middle of the flippin' walkway. I mean, I almost would hit my head on it, and I'm only 5'5". My 6-foot friends, they would have to literally, like, you know, move their body. It was right in front of the flippin' sliding glass door to the backyard. Like, why they... I mean, obviously somebody had a table underneath it at some point, but, like... It was just, it was the dumbest planned, yeah, it was dumb. And Andre, it is sort of a house for little people, I think, or it used to be, which is really unfortunate because half of my storage space is above the cabinets, and you kind of have to be tall to reach above the cabinets, but there's not a lot of storage space in my house. And so if you need to, you know, store stuff, I have had to resort to on top of the cabinets, and little short people cannot. I mean, I'm kind of a little short person, And I have trouble reaching the top of the cabinets, but I don't know how anybody shorter than me could live here without a step stool or something, because you got to use the top. I only have one closet in my house, you guys, and it's the bedroom closet for clothes. I mean, like, the storage here is lacking, to say the least. So, yeah. Oh, Terry, you knew that they were air quotes, but your rabbit took them personally. I didn't know you have a rabbit. I don't know if you're being serious, but if you are being serious, I want you to give your little rabbit ear scritches. There you go. Kenny from the Cove, dining area, snacking nook. Well, I don't know what they used it for. Because it also used to have a carpet. The carpet used to be there. Well, I tore the carpet out and basically just made it, I extended my kitchen from, instead of being like 1/4 of the house, the kitchen is now 1/3 of the house, basically. Because the kitchen was just, there was no... Well, basically what I did was, right next to the sink is where the refrigerator is supposed to be. And I moved the refrigerator out of that and put a portable dishwasher next to the sink. So I added more countertop space than I had before. And I got the dishwasher, and I expanded the space the kitchen took up. So yeah, Rick, so basically I can reach everything from where I'm sitting, pretty much, actually. You know, I mean, there is a reason why I sometimes go, oh look, I've got it. Oh look, I've got it. Because I have developed the captain's chair where I'm sitting to be within easy reach of almost everything. The captain's chair has access to all. And Andre, precisely, the famous dishwasher of Burien, probably the most famous dishwasher, perhaps of all times, which is really unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. And for those of you who weren't here from the beginning, that's okay. Let me just get you caught up. One of my first episodes, if not first episode, was all about how my dishwasher got broken. And my dishwasher got broken because a rat got into the dishwasher and boop, 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 ate a bunch of the hoses inside the dishwasher. And now I know this is technical speak, so bear with me, but dishwashers use water. And water needs hoses that don't have holes in them. So when you have a hose that's been chewed through for like 2 feet, it doesn't hold water anymore. No, it just doesn't. Something about physics, science, and stuff. Yeah, there you go. And Kenny from the Cove, my house is perfect for economy of motion. Nothing is too far away. Very, very true. Very, very, very true. Nothing is too far away. But the one thing about the economy of motion is if it's sort of painful sometimes. So exactly, Terry, this story doesn't hold water. Exactly. There's some holes in the plot, shall we say? Mm-hmm. But as I was saying, it's kind of painful and kind of funny, though, to watch my friends who are pacers. Because I have some friends who just pace. That's just what they do, and that's fine. But in my house, you can't, like, there's really no, like, circle. You know, there's no circuit, you know? And so like, they have this very strange pattern that they can, you know, there's only so many places to walk, basically. There's only so many places to go. You can't go in a circle from one room to the next, you know? And so, it's not a good house for pacing. It's not a good house for pacing. And, right, exactly, C. Honda, no racetrack. Like, in my house growing up, you know, we had a kitchen that had a door on one wall, a door on another wall, you know, faced the dining room, faced the living room, and like the dog and the cat used to run a race circuit through the kitchen, around, blah, 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 through, and so, it's a little circular pattern. But we got no circle here. And, let's see here. Rick, your house is so small, you're welcome. Matt only says, well, I might have to steal that. I'm gonna have to steal that. And then Andre, and then the nightmare of trying to fix the thing. That was a whole other nightmare that honestly, I'm kind of glad that I didn't. Well, I don't. You know what? This is what I know. I love my new dishwasher. That's what I know. I love my new dishwasher. And yeah, a literal rat race. Exactly. Oh, that's funny, C. Honda. The timing is such that Lono is all run around. And let's see here. What is it that Kevin noticed? Okay, did not seem to be as many spectators as when the parade was in Waikiki. Well, that kind of makes sense there, Kevin. I mean, Waikiki is just crowded with people who are just sort of there anyway, and so, they're there, and there's a parade, so let's watch the parade kind of thing. But Kapolei, if you're not already there, let's see here. Kenny from the Cove, Statter's house is so small, the front door and the back door are hanging from the same hinge. That's a good one. There we go. Not quite true. Or is it? Or is it true? And let's see here. All right. So you guys, last week, well, I guess last week, last Chatter with Statter, we didn't get around to doing what we usually always do. So, we've only got a couple minutes left, but we're going to do it. That's right. We're going to take a Lono listening break. We're going to take a break from listening to Lono, and then we're going to switch things up a little bit and listen to Lono. Okay? Okay. All right. Let's listen to Lono. Hold on. Let me find it. All right. Found it. Let's do it.
Check, way below local speed limit. We know like how fast we go ekahe, elua, ekoloe, Slow it down, brother. This ain't the mainland. Riding in the old check, way below the local speed limit. We know like how fast we go ekahe, elua, ekoloe, It's small, but it's just enough. Now we plan la ekahe, elua, ekoloe, all that luxury condos, brother. This ain't the mainland. We're putting up the little grass shack. It's small, but it's just enough. Now we plan la ekahe, elua, ekoloe. Ain't the mainland. Sugar, 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 sugar. Sugar, 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 Na olelo o Hawaii, na huna o Hawaii, na mele o Hawaii, Noah, Gabby, Johnny, Kendi. Yeah. Na olelo o Hawaii, na huna o Hawaii, na mele o Hawaii, Genoa, Gabby, Johnny, Kendi. Don't forget Israel and Skippy. Cow Street.
No, serio, no, serio.
All right, there we go. Yeah, you love the train effect you did with the looper. Yeah, I like that song a lot because there is, if you listen close, there's a lot going on in that song. In the background, you know, you've got the train, you've got the horn, the car horns for the traffic, you've got the other little, the doo-doo-doo-doo, he's got a lot going on layered in the background of that song, and it's very subtle. If you aren't listening close, you might not notice, or if you aren't listening with the right settings, you might not notice. Yeah, it's such a silly fun song, and I definitely, it is one of the favorites. I honestly, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it's very difficult for me to pick a favorite. I do have one favorite that I will say is my favorite, but beyond that, it's very difficult, very, very difficult. And let's see here. Gina, I don't know. Yeah, you might not be as familiar with Lono's website as some of us are. For instance, like Rick. Not me. No, not me at all. But yeah, you should definitely check out if you're interested in any of Lono's tunes. Now, not all of them are there. But basically, many of the songs from Old Style, like 1 through 6, can be found on lonomusic.com, his website. Both the old version and the new version of the website have this. Go to the chords and lyrics section. First off, you're going to get the lyrics, which is awesome. Sometimes you'll even get the English translations. Sometimes you'll even get backstories with the lyrics. But you're also always going to get the chords. In fact, some songs that he's got, he posts 2 versions of them on his the lyrics and chords section. For instance, hey, this is when I play this song in the key of C. This is when I play this song in the key of D. And so that chords and lyrics section on Lono's website is remarkably useful for musicians and non-musicians alike. Even if you don't know how to play anything, you can still get a lot of info from the chords and lyrics section. There's books, there's stories, there's myths that Lono gets a little bit more into detail about, or points you in the direction of, hey, if you like this song and you want to know more about what inspired the song, go read this story, go read this book, go read this thing by this author. So for sure, if you have not checked out, and I'm not just talking to Gina at this point, I'm talking to anybody and everyone, if you have not checked out the chords and lyrics section of Lono's website, it is full of information that anyone, musician or not, might find useful. And hey there, Alpha 1960, so good to see you coming in. Excelente. And yes, that is right, Kevin. If you are on the YouTube side watching this live or watching this in a repeat, by all means, smash that like button. And if you are watching this on a repeat for YouTube and you want to actually watch this live, why don't you hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you can get notified whenever we are on live. Currently, the schedule for being on live is Wednesdays at 4 p.m. West Coast time, Sundays at 5 p.m. West Coast time for Chatter with Statter, and Saturdays 6 p.m. West Coast time for StatterBox at the cinema. And Speaking of StatterBox at the cinema, we already talked about it earlier, but we're going to talk about it again. This Saturday, we're going to be watching Point Break, the classic 1990, I don't know, the classic film, you know, with this guy, Keanu. He plays an FBI agent. And then this guy, Patrick Swayze, he plays a surfer, among other things. And then, of course, we've got Lori Petty, we've got Gary Busey, and we've got Anthony Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm sure there's plenty other people that are in this video that I'm forgetting about, but alas, I forgot about them, so we're not going to talk about them. And there you have it. And let's see here. Is Pacola T here? Did Pacola T pop in? Oh, there we go. Pacola T, hour plus, and it's intermission for this play. Hope y'all enjoyed a Downtown Honolulu picks. Have a great week. We did enjoy them, Pacola T. We looked through them many times. Photo Luke is here and was able to tell us roughly where some of these places were, downtown versus Chinatown versus this, that, or t'other. I'm so thankful that you shared those pictures with us. It definitely was super awesome. And yes, Alpha, I'm super stoked that you finally get to catch a live stream. We are, unfortunately, 2 minutes to wrapping it up, though, so you caught the very end, but now you know when to catch the very beginning, which is 5 p.m. West Coast time on Sunday, 4 p.m. West Coast time on Wednesdays, and our movie nights on Saturdays, 6 p.m. West Coast time. And let's see here. What have we got here that I messed up by not noticing? And, okay, Kenny from the Cove, you mentioned this. So you think I would like the movie yesterday. I will look into that and see. I don't even know there's nothing about. I mean, when you say yesterday, all I can think of is the Beatles or Paul McCartney, that song. And I'm pretty sure that's not what the movie is. So, I'll have to look that up. And C Honda, yes, the Merry Monarch is coming. If I remember correctly, it's like 17 days, 23 hours, and 56 minutes or something like that. It's coming up real soon. The clock is counting down. And so, I don't know whether or not, I will be live streaming it so we can all watch it together or what is going on. But we will be talking about the Merry Monarch closer and closer to the time. And let's see here. Kenny from the Cove. Okay, so it is about the Beatles music. Yesterday, is that the super long documentary thing? I haven't seen it, and if that's the case, if it's what I think it is, I don't think I'm going to be able to show it because I don't have access to it. But I do want to watch it. I just haven't seen it. And so let's see here. Wait, what? Gary Busey was gonna be. Did I know that they made a pilot for TV Hawaii 5-0 where Gary Busey was gonna be McGarrett, but it never made it TV? Okay, first off, Kevin, no, I didn't. And you should be able to tell that from my response. I'm a little confused about the casting director who thought that would be a good idea, but okay. I mean, okay. Oh, Kenny, it's not the documentary. Okay, yeah, send me the trailer. And yeah, Rick, exactly. Rick is pimping out my new channel, which isn't really my new channel. We'll talk about this, and then we're going to wrap it up. My new channel is basically a channel that is highlighting Daily Pigeon Live podcasts that are being shown on television. If you've watched Andy Boomatai's Daily Pigeon Live podcast, you know that hour and a half to 2 hour live stream gets edited down into about a 46, 47 minute television show that gets shown on cable networks. Well, if you are like me and don't have access to that cable network, you don't get to see what the TV show looks like. And the TV show actually is its own animal, very different from the live stream, and frankly, I feel like it really is, to beat a horse dead, it is broadcast quality. It's a good little TV show. So I edit down all of the live stream parts and put just what would be on the TV onto that page. So if you're curious about what the TV show is, that what it ends up looking like, that is where you're going to find them. That being said, Andy has warned me. First off, I am doing this with Andy's blessing. He gave me permission to do this. But he also said that there will be a time when these videos will have to be removed from YouTube once they get enough of them and they start trying to market them for different markets, sort of like for syndication, for lack of a better word. He feels like it would be a better idea not to have them online because it's a harder sell. Why would somebody buy this product that you can get for free on my channel? So if and when that happens, that channel's going to go away. So, short story long, I guess, go see it while you can, because it's not going to be up forever. All right, there you have it, you guys. So, thank you so much for hanging out. We went a little bit long today, but sometimes that happens. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow on Daily Pigeon Podcast. But if I can't see you tomorrow, then I hope that I see you Wednesday, 4 p.m. West Coast time, and we can do this all over again. All right, you guys, thank you so much for the subs, the gift subs, and all the biddies. And most importantly, thank you guys for being here. All right, take care. We'll see each other soon.